Well, hi there everyone. This is your host ID Jester. Welcome back to Tabletop Simulator. Very excited to start a new series here as we play the Arkham Horror, the card game from Fantasy Flight here. Night of the Zealots, Chapter 1, The Gathering. So this will be episode 1, and if you watched the previous episode, we have decided to get some characters and go adventuring. Not adventuring, but I guess trying to figure out what is going on out there in the world. So we needed some investigators. We are going to be choosing Daisy Walker, and Skids O'Toole here as our two heroes. And I think what we're going to do is Daisy Walker, Skids O'Toole. Looks like they already have their 32 decks already pre-built here. So we're just going to use the pre-built decks, save a little bit of time here. We have 10 basic random weaknesses. I'm going to take one of those, take one card, put it into our decks and make it 33. It does. And oops, want the whole deck. Thank you. And we'll bring that up over here. Right there. It looks pretty good. And we'll bring his card up over here. There we go. And Daisy Walker, 32. So shuffle these up again. Draw one out. There we go. Bring them over here. Put them there. Slide these resources over a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Well, maybe slide these over just a little bit more. There we go. There we go. And push. There we go. Bring her card over. For some reason, it likes to just rotate them. We'll look at the cards here in just a minute and bring our little card over here as well. There we go. Skids O'Toole as well. There we are. All right, so we both start in the study here. We'll go through the setup for the encounter in just a moment. Let's look at our characters first. So Skids O'Toole here. He's a criminal. He's got a free reaction during your turn. You can spend 2 resources. You may take an additional action this turn, limit once per turn. And Elder Side gets a +2. If he succeeds, you're going to gain 2 resources. Daisy Walker, Misatonic. You may take an additional action during your turn, which can only be used on tomb abilities. Elder Sign gives us +0. If you succeed, draw 1 card for each tomb you control. So tombs are going to be very important for her. All right, so we each have our 5 resources. We have to decide who is going to be the lead investigator. In this case, we're going to choose Skids O'Toole as our lead investigator. All right, the encounter here. What's going on? Trapped. Let's go over here first. It's late at night. You're holed up in your study researching the bloody disappearances that have been taking place in the region. A few hours into your research, you hear the sounds of strange chanting coming from your parlor down the hall. At the same time, you hear dirt churning as if something were digging beneath the floor. All right. So I think we'll flip that over. Nope, not yet. Okay, flip that back. Oops. Here we go. These are actually on the wrong side. That's what the problem is. Okay, I'd like all the cards, please. Come on. Yeah, it doesn't matter which side they are. All right. Trapped. As you leap to investigate, the door to your study vanishes before your eyes, leaving behind only solid wall. You're trapped inside your study until you can find another way out. So we are inside the study. We got to find a way out. It's going to cost us 4 clue tokens. You can see we have 4 clue tokens sitting here. All right. So normally this is on this side and this is on this side. Let's see. I don't know. Can I zoom out a little bit? Can I do it this way? Just trying to make things. Oh, do I have this one locked? Yes, I do. Okay. Maybe that's why I'm having problems. Is this one locked? No, it's not. Okay. Well, we'll do it this way then. If it wants to be a pain in the butt, we will do it this way. Spoiler, don't look. Don't look. All right, there we are. Oh. No, everybody come up there. There we go. All right. Now we got it all right. So we got our deck here of 16 tokens to pull from. We have our clue tokens. We have our special card. We got our health and horror damage here. We have our cards that gives us our round sequence. In fact, what might be pretty cool is actually this shouldn't be locked. All right. Make these a little bigger so you guys can see them at home. Scale up. Alright, we'll actually put the actions on that side. Round sequence here. Alright, I think we are ready to begin. We're going to ignore this chaos bag. We made our own bag here. Oh, yes, so we get to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll flip them all. Okay, so this is the way Arkham Horror does it, a little bit different than some of the other living card games in mulliganing and getting a new hand. If you draw any basic weaknesses, you can set those aside, and you can mulligan up to 5 cards from your hand. So basically you get to kind of min-max your starting hand here. So we have an item tool, we have a talent, we have an item tome, and we have an ally. All those are really good. Get +1 while investigating. Spend a resource. Get +1. Boy, I like all those cards. These are that's a really good starting hand. So then you draw back up. So we'll draw a new card for her. And flip it. Here we go. And if I would have drawn another basic weakness, we would have set that aside. Then you take your basic weaknesses, flip it back, add it back to your deck, and then shuffle it. Alright. Do the same thing for skids here. Zoom out a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flip it. He also grabbed his, oops, I got them all highlighted. He also got his basic weakness, which is very unusual. He got pickpocket, he got an item, he got a talent asset, and he got another asset. I think I will keep these all as well. So, flip this card. Alright, and then put this back into the deck and shuffle it up. You know what? I might have messed up. I don't know if I shuffled these decks ahead of time. Maybe that's why we got all basic weaknesses. So what I'm going to do, just to make sure I didn't cheat the system, I'll roll these cards back real quick. Oops, you. Come over here. And we'll start over real quick. Just because I don't want to get off to a cheating start. Alright, now we'll draw 5 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, now it should be a little... Theirs looks a little more random. Alright. He got a machete. He got a dodge. He got quite a few blue cards. Notice he is green. He focuses in on the agility and also the uh, thief abilities. Special ammo +1 fight. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's got a pretty decent hand. Pretty decent hand. All right, we'll leave him. We'll leave it. All right, so same thing we're going to do over here. Flip these back over. Oh. All right, let's shuffle them. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Flip them over. Yeah, it looks a little more random now. All right. Tombs are really good for her. I don't like this one, this one, this one, and this one. So we're going to replace all 4 of these. 1, 2, 3. Move these guys out of the way. And 4. All right. Flip these bad boys up. And make sure we didn't get a basic weakness, which it doesn't look like we did. All right. There we go. All right, so then we can flip these bad boys and add them back to our deck, and then shuffle up. All right, there we go. Good. His deck is shuffled, right? All right. So make sure all the decks are shuffled, obviously. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle the bag. All right, there we are. Now we're ready to begin. So, round sequence, Mythos phase. So normally you would do the Mythos phase, but notice skip it during the first round. So we'll follow directions, skip it. So we're going to go right to the Investigator's phase. Each Investigator takes turn performing 3 actions. Here's the actions we can take. We can draw a card. We can gain a resource. We can play an event or asset card from our hand. We can activate an ability on a card. We can move to a connecting location. We can investigate. We can fight or engage an enemy. We can attempt to evade an enemy. And there are special free actions that we could do for free. So, each turn, the players will determine, not randomly, but by themselves, who they want to go first. Let's see. His intellect is 3. Daisy's intellect is 5. So she's much better at getting clue tokens. Obviously, we want as many clue tokens as possible. We need 4 to complete this first part. Let's take a look at the cards real quick. So fast play after your turn begins until the end of the round. Non-elite enemies cannot attack you. So on the lamb, nobody can attack. We get some ammo. We get fight +1 combat for this attack and it does +1 damage. We have an ally. Take an extra action during your turn. We have a dodge ability. We have a machete. And Daisy here has attached to your location. Non-elite enemies cannot move into attached location. Ah, cool. We have maximum dexterity. We can play this in a skill check. And if the test pass the test, we get to draw a card. We can exhaust scrying and spend a charge. Look at the top 3 cards of a deck. Return them in deck in any order. We can use forbidden knowledge. We can exhaust it, take a horror, and move one secret from forbidden knowledge to a resource pool as a resource. And we can gain 3 resources. This is not a regular card for Daisy, unlike what's her name over here? Agnes. Agnes loves that card a lot more than Daisy does. But anyways, we can still use it for other reasons. All right, so I think we'll just have Schizo Tool start here. So for his first action, he's going to gain a resource. Bloop. That's an action. His second action, he is going to get an ally. Yay! Cards in play, we're going to put beneath. Oops. Whoa. I don't know if I can actually. Looks like that's out of bounds. All right, let's see if we can slide everyone up just a few inches there. There we go. And I can put cards underneath them. There we go. All right, so it costs 6. It's an asset. It's Leo De Luca, the Louisiana Lion. He's an ally criminal. You may take an additional action during your turn. I was born in Mississippi. Louisiana just sounded better. And you see it takes an ally slot. He has 2 health and 2 sanity. So that is going to cost him 6 resources. So we'll just put all the resources back in the bag. He has 1 more action. This has got a shroud value of 2. He has a intellect of 3. So his last action is he's going to try and gather a clue. So we'll be doing a skill check, 3 versus 2. And we'll pull an out. Oh, it's a -4. And right off the bat, he failed. So unfortunately for him, he is done. Now, let's look at Daisy here. Well, first action, we'll put her discard pile right there. In fact, slide you guys over just a little bit. There we go. So I have a little bit of room. There we go. And she's going to gain 3 resources. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. All right, second action, she's going to perform an investigation. She has a 5 intellect. It has a shroud value of 2. And she's going to add manual dexterity to this skill challenge. If the test is successful, draw a card. And so, let's see if we can get a success on this. All right, this happens to be the cultist. If we look at our card here, the cultist is here. So we got a -1 to our total. So we have a 5 -1 is 4. 4 is equal to or higher than the shroud value of 2. So she is successful. So she's going to get to draw a card. Excellent. So discard will be here, and we'll draw a card. Flip it over. What do we get? After Arcane Nation in place, 1 Doom on it. Exhaust Arcane Initiative. Search the top 3 cards of your deck for a spell card and draw it. Shuffle your deck. She needs tomes more than spells. All right. So that was her second action. This is what these little tokens are for. You can keep track. Flip them over. So it shows we've used 2 of our actions. Oh, hey, she forgot to get her clue token. Loop. Grab that. Place that on her character. So next one she'll do, she's not going to add any cards. So it's a 5 skill versus a 2 shroud. Let's see if we can do it. We got a skull. Skull is minus X. X is the number of ghouls. We have no ghouls in our location, so she passes, and she's got a second very important clue token to get us off to a good start. Oops, these actually go below the deck like there. And we'll put this guy's. We're going to slide him over slightly so it's not. Oh, nope. There we go. Slide that over. There we go. Excellent. Beautiful. Oh, actually, we're going to unlock this. Oh, come on. Did I lock it? Oh, I did. Okay. There, now we can slide that up there, right in the middle. Excellent. All right. So we don't have much play area here, but right now we don't really need much of in the way of play area. All right. So that was the investigation phase. That is done. Enemy phase. Enemies with the hunter keyword move towards nearest investigator. Each engage enemy attacks. We do not have enemies at this point. Upkeep. Reset. Flip mini cards. Yes, you can take your mini cards when you're done with your turn and flip them over to the gray side. I'm probably not going to waste time doing that, so we'll just keep track. Ready all exhausted cards. Each investigator draws a card, gains a resource, and make sure you don't have more than 8 cards. So resource, and draw a card. Put that over there. Flip it up. What do we have? Oh, we have his treachery card weakness. Put hospital debts into play into your threat area. So as a free reaction, you can move 1 resource from your supply pool to hospital debts. Limit twice per round. Force, when the game ends, if hospital debts has fewer than 6 resources on it, you earn 2 fewer experience from this scenario. So where is going to be his play area? I guess we'll start next to the characters and we'll just go that way. All right, so let's make sure Daisy, yeah, we need to move her tokens out of the way, put them down there. We'll do the same thing with Daisy over there. So basically, as a free action, we can put, poof, a resource on here up to twice per round. And if it has 6, it must have at least 6 resources on it. If not, you lose. Will earn 2 fewer experience points. Ugh, that's not good. He needs lots of resources, unfortunately. All right, what we're going to do here is we're going to let, oh, you know what? Oops. Cowboy, we got to start. Okay, so we jumping the gun here. We are, where are we? Upkeep phase. Yep. All right, so that was his upkeep. Now her upkeep gets a resource. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Nice. All right, and she'll draw a card. Flip. I'm just going to spread these cards out just a little bit so we can see what they are. Down on the flame, draw the top card of the encounter deck, then discover 2 clues at your location. That might be worth it. Okay, so that is the end of the upkeep phase. So, start back up at the top. Mythos. Place a Doom on the agenda. Doom, where are you? Doom, 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 Doom. Good question. Where are the Doom tokens? That's clue tokens. That's damage and horror. That's resources. They should have a bag. No bag. They must have forgot. Alright, somehow it got deleted or whatever. It doesn't really matter what tokens you use, I guess, but I guess we keep track this way. So, 1 Doom, and I'm just going to put, I guess we'll put a horror token on it. bloop there, just so we can remind ourselves if we see the token there. All right, so that's the first thing. Second thing, advanced agenda if the doom threshold is satisfied. We need 3, it only has 1, so no. Each investigator draws 1 card from the top of the encounter deck. So, Skids O'Toole, I think, went first, so he'll draw an encounter from the encounter deck. Let's see what he's got. Flip it. All right. Oh, he's got himself a swarm of rats. It's a creature. It's a hunter. All right, so it has 1 combat to fight it, 1 hit point, and 3 to evade. So put that into his play area as well. And it automatically engages Skids O'Toole. Daisy? Where are you, Daisy? There you are. She'll draw a card. Let's see what Daisy gets. Flip. Oh, Obscuring Fog Hazard. Revelation attached to your location. Limit once per location. Attached location gets +2 Shroud. It does have a force effect after the attached location is successfully investigated. Discard it. So, yucky. So it goes from a 2 to a 4 now. All right, so we're going to have Daisy start. Okay, so, well, before we get there, so that's the Mythos phase. Now we're going to go back to Investigators. Again, players can choose. I'm just going to choose Daisy to go first. Versus 4. All right, so for first action, she's just going to investigate. We're going to try and get rid of the shroud here. So she's a 5. This is normally a 2, plus 2 for the obscuring fog is a 4. So 5 versus 4. And we're going to shuffle these up and draw 1. And we got a 0. So successful investigation. So she gets another coup token. Bloof. And the obscuring fog goes away. We'll have a discard pile right there. These two, let's see if we can slide this one over just a little bit, give us a little bit of room. There we go. Beautiful. All right, and that was her first action. Second action, she's going to investigate again, because that's what she's really good at. Shuffle this bad boy up. Draws a -1. She's successful. It's 5 versus 2. So now she has got 4 tokens. So as a free action, the players can anytime turn those in to advance the agenda. But right now, I'm not willing to do that yet. Let's see what happens on Skids O'Toole's turn. So that was her second action. Third action. Attached to location. Non-elite enemies can't move. That would be really good later in the game. This is, I don't want to get the Doom going too fast. I don't want to bring that out yet. She will spend a resource to bring this into play. Scrying costs a resource. Oof, there we go. It takes a asset spell slot. So as an action, she can spend one of the charges. Oh, it's got 3 charges. So we'll put 3 resources on it so we can keep track. 1, 2, 3. All right. And she can look at the top 3 cards of any investigator's deck or the encounter deck, return them to the top of that deck in any order. All right, so that was her 1, 2, 3 actions. Again, I'm not going to probably be too worried about flipping these tokens. All right, and over to skids. So, should be noted here that if you are engaged with an enemy and spend an action to do anything other than fight, evade, parlay, or resign, each enemy engaged with you makes an attack of opportunity. So if Skids wants to investigate or something, he's got these rats attached to him, they'll automatically attack him and do whatever damage. In this case, the rats will do one wound there. They don't do any horror. There would be tokens on this side if they did horror. But Skids wants to get rid of these rats anyways. So they are only a 1 combat value. He has a 3 combat. So it's 3 versus 1. So he'll just try to take these rats out. Shuffle this guy up a little bit. And it's a -1. So it ends up a 2 versus 1. And he's successful. When you're successful, you do 1 point of damage. The rats only have 1 hit point. So the rats have been defeated. That's his first action. Second action. God, he needs some resources badly. Second action, he's going to get a resource. Third action, he's going to get another resource. And he'll be done. So at this point, do we want to advance the agenda? It's only got 1 Doom token on it. I think we will wait. Let me know in the comments section if you think we should have advanced it, and also if I've missed anything along the way, which is a possibility when you're trying to control several characters and run the game and adding tokens and trying to remember what special powers are and everything else. So just keep that in mind. Be patient, and if I miss something, just let everyone know in the comments section below. Well, we will wait to advance the agenda. So the investigator phase is done. The enemy phase, enemies with the hunger word move towards their no enemies, no engagements. So we'll reset action. We're going to flip the mini cards, reset all exhausted cards, draw a card, gain a resource, and make sure you don't have more than 8 cards. So card and resource. Flip that bad boy up. Oh, gain some more resources. He desperately needed that. And flip this bad boy. Oh, no. This is a weakness mob enforcer. Oh, my gosh. 4 combat, 3 hit points, 3 evade. Prey, bearer only, hunter, spend 4 resources, parlay, discard, mob, enforcer. Oh, that might be worth it actually, because she's got plenty of resources. So this will automatically come out into her threat area. Alright, so that was the resources, that was the cards. And reset is everything, all the powers are reset, I believe. And I think we are good to go for the end of the round. So that is part 1 of our playthrough here of, oops, where is it? Over here in the corner. Night of the Zealot, Chapter 1, The Gathering, Arkham Horror, the living card game. Of course, Fantasy Flight's new living card game. Definitely support them if you're enjoying this. Purchase the game and have lots and lots of fun with your friends playing it. It's a good time to actually get into the game because they just started the game, so you can buy a couple core sets and not have to go back and buy a bunch of expansion packs and all kinds of things. So you can just buy these as they come out now and you'll be ready to go. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next episode. We'll continue with the start of the Mythos phase. See you next time.